What is your experience with your progressed rising, your sun, or any other significant planet? Oh my goodness. So I could talk about this for a long time. My rising sign, oh my goodness. I have videos dedicated to that. And my sun, significant planet. But for the sake of the video, you know, because I have a lot of questions, I'm going to keep it pretty short. My experience as a Scorpio rising is, to sum it up in one word, polarizing. People either really love me and become obsessed with me and put me on a pedestal, or they despise me and they hate the ground I walk on, which is a lot. It's a lot. It's intense, and I'm not used to it with my Aquarius sun, or I didn't used to be used to it, because my sign, Aquarius, it rules the 11th house and it rules networking and friendship. So as an Aquarius sun, I want to run out and be friends with everyone in every group. But my Scorpio rising, some people, they will simply dislike me because of that intensity, because I'm a mirror and I show them their subconscious mind. I show them their secrets. I show them the darker side of themselves, and a lot of people aren't strong enough to take that, don't want to look deep into themselves. They are very afraid of that. So I would say polarizing with my Scorpio rising, but I've learned to love it because I focus on the strengths of Scorpio rising, which is transformation, which is transmuting energy from darkness into light, becoming the ultimate healer, becoming a really great actress. They're really good in entertainment. They have this allure to them. They have this magnetic attraction subconsciously. You don't even have to do anything. As a Scorpio rising, you don't have to try to be seductive. You really don't. All you have to do is just exist, and people are like, oh my God. But on the opposite end, some people are like, oh my God, right? With my Aquarius sun, I love that placement because I'm focused on the big picture. I'm focused on being a humanitarian. Someone I really look up to is Oprah Winfrey, because how she changed the world. I'm very inspired by other Aquariuses, being an inventor, being innovative, doing something that's never been done before to solve a problem as a whole. Solve a problem for the collective, the humanity. What was I going to say? Humanitarian? Oh, okay. For the humanity. But anyway, a significant planet I would say I really do like about myself is my Jupiter placement. Oh my gosh. And Sagittarius. So I have Jupiter in my first house and I have Sagittarius in my second house, which means I'm very lucky when it comes to money and possessions. People give me a lot of things because of that Sag in my second house. But my Jupiter in my first house, I love this because your first house is your appearance. It's also how people see you, right? It's your identity. And with Jupiter in my first house, if I embrace that optimistic energy, if I embrace this lucky Tuesday, people really do like me, and it makes for a funny person. I find myself really joking around, being really playful with people on a good day, as long as I'm taking care of my mental health and physical health, getting enough sleep. But I'll be joking around, and I love making people laugh with my Jupiter in first house. It's my favorite thing to do. I'll say something ridiculous. I'll say something really funny. I'll make a dad joke, and people, they just love it. So Jupiter in my first house gives me a lot of optimism. I want everybody to be happy. I like expansion. I like being positive. And I also really like to make people laugh. So that's one of my favorite placements. I could go on and on about the Scorpio rising, but for the sake of the video, let's keep it a little bit short. Bubble Soy also asked me, are you near your Saturn return? Kinda, but not. My Saturn return is when I'm 29. I'm 26 now. I'll be 27 in February. So about, what? October, November, December, January, February, 5 months from now. So 2 years away? I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I know it's coming, but I don't think I'm very close to it. Not really. Not really. Okay, so Joel _ SIGUI. JP, what's up, dude? He asked me, when did you start your spiritual journey? Okay, I kind of answered this earlier, but I started my spiritual journey in around 2019, the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. I started my spiritual journey when I saw that tarot reader, and I discovered everything about the law of attraction, about my intuition, about zodiac signs, about astral travel. It was very cool. I started my journey. It's been about a year now. I learned how to read tarot. I learned about my intuition and astrology signs. All right, Randy Memdal asks, what is your heritage? Oh wait, what is your nationality / heritage? You have such a beautiful face. Thank you, Randy. I like my face too. My nationality, right guys? So my grandma is pure Ecuadorian. She is from Ecuador, right? She came to America when she was 21, hopped on a boat, typical Aries energy. She's a very strong woman. And she moved here when she was 21. From Ecuador to New York. And so my mom is half Ecuadorian and my dad is Irish and Caucasian. So I am 1/4 Ecuadorian as well as German. My grandpa, my grandma's husband, before he passed, he was German and Croatian. So I'm German, Croatian, Ecuadorian, Irish, Caucasian. A little bit of mix of everything, right? I look more Ecuadorian during the summer, more Hispanic because I tan, and during the winter times I look more Caucasian, I feel. Okay, so next question. Esther Riley 17. Hey girl, what's up sis? Why are you so amazing? Oh, you're so sweet. Why are you so amazing? Thank you for your beautiful comment. If you guys are looking to start, you know, if you want a particular clothing brand, my sister's actually launching one soon. So if you want to check her out, her Instagram is Esther Riley, RILEY 17. And she's a Scorpio, so you know those clothes are gonna look good. She's a Scorpio on the cusp of Sagittarius. So she's about to launch that business. You guys should check it out. Okay, next question. These are the questions from YouTube. Jails Treats, JAL''S Treats asks, when are we moving to Cali? Oh, Jel. Oh my goodness. So, you know, I really had my heart set on moving to Cali this year, but a lot of things have happened and I feel like the universe is actually pushing me towards the big city Atlanta, specifically Woodstock. You know, that's about 30 minutes outside of Atlanta. That way it's not in the hustle and the bustle of the city. I can live right outside it, but then I can go to Atlanta, drive 30 minutes for auditions, for parts, for roles. So the universe is actually pushing me towards Atlanta for acting this year. But I'm thinking the year 2022 is when I'm going to make the big move to LA, California. 22, or the year 22-23. Honestly, like a year or two from now. I'm not in a rush. I love it. It's my dream. I know with the law of assumption, it's already mine. It's only a matter of time. So I'm in no particular rush to get to LA, but when that opportunity's there, when that door opens, when I get that acting part, when I get that full-time job there, bam, going to LA. I'm excited. So not this year, guys, possibly next year or 2023. All right, the Hermit's Way asks, how did you develop your self-belief and confidence? Or was it always like that? LOL. It was not always like that. It was not always like that. Ooh, so I do want to say, guys, I recently started with my spiritual school. I'm actually doing a mini course on this topic. It's the course is called How to Take Back Control of Your Life and Become a Badass Leader. And I'm going to teach women and men if you want, but it's more towards women, how to become a leader, how to nurture that confidence in your life and take back control, because this is your life and your life alone to live. But yeah, how did I develop my self-belief and confidence? It was not always like that. In the year 2019, I was very shy. I had social anxiety. I also had depression, and I was actually diagnosed bipolar, but that has completely went away because of spirituality, as well as taking care of my mental health, changing a lot. But back to the point. I developed my self-confidence, honestly, guys, by creating my YouTube channel. I know that sounds cliche. I know that sounds like a typical answer, but when I started my YouTube channel, I started getting very comfortable in front of the camera. When you post a video, it's out there forever. Anybody can comment. It helped me to develop thicker skin, to not really care about certain people's comments. And also, I had a passion. I was finally living in my passion, my purpose. I was like, oh my God, I can make a video on anything. I want to make it on Aquarius. I want to make it on Scorpio rising. I want to make it on the law of assumption. I want to make it on manifestation. So once I started getting the ball rolling, that helped my self-confidence. I became very confident in front of the camera, in front of strangers, and I developed a relationship with my subscribers. And that, you know, I have a lot of really nice subscribers on here, honestly, guys, that amp me up, that tell me that I'm beautiful, that tell me that I'm making a difference, that I'm an inspiration. So that helped my confidence. Another thing I did with this, I became an assistant teacher at a private school, and I had to conduct lessons. And I learned I actually do like the spotlight. So I was like, oh my God, I like the spotlight. And I watched some Charisma on Command videos, really great. They're free on YouTube. This helps you to develop your confidence, to focus on body language, to focus on telling jokes, how to share the spotlight, how to be charismatic and charming. That helped with my self-confidence. Honestly, there's so many things, guys, so many things. Listening to subliminals, buying clothing that really made me feel comfortable, taking more time for self-care, and also taking risks. Ultimately, my self-confidence went up when I created my YouTube channel, when I created my podcasts, when I created my Etsy shop, when I started doing my online business and working online. I have to be very in the spotlight, in the leadership to do that. And I developed those traits because I figured out, wow, nothing bad happened to me when I started something new. Actually, something really great. And doing that move to Nashville really helped. Driving to Atlanta really helped. Getting on the Greyhound bus by myself, all those things, all those risks I took by myself helped me to develop confidence. So if you want to develop, your confidence, your self-belief, I recommend doing things by yourself, being very independent, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, and living in your passion, your purpose. You're gonna have that natural confidence with it. But you can always tweak it up with Charisma on Command. Okay, so the last and final question, guys. INTEY, ooh, this is a new subscriber. Inti asks, hi Willow, how old are you? Yeah, this is a new subscriber. You have siblings. Do you have siblings? My dyslexia. Love to know about your childhood, how you got into tarot, etc. Thank you. Ooh, you're asking about the childhood? Girl, I might have to answer this in a different one, but okay, so easy enough. How old am I? I am 26 years young. I do have siblings, so I actually have 6 younger sisters, right? All biological. My parents, funny story, they were trying for a boy, and at number 4, they gave up, and the last 3 were happy surprises. Yeah, so love to know about my childhood. How'd you get into tarot, right? My siblings' names are Naomi, Lydia, Esther, Chloe, Bethany, Abby. They actually go backwards in the alphabet, right? N-L-E, oh, almost said S, C, B, and A. Yeah, A. I was thinking about my daughter for a second. Anyway, what do you want to know about my childhood? So my childhood, I'll sum it up in 2 minutes, right? My childhood was being a PK. I was a pastor's kid. My dad was a pastor. He was called into the ministry when I was about 9 years old. So I was born in Orlando. I lived there until I was 9. We moved to Mississippi for a year, Mid-America Theological Seminary housing, because my dad was going to school to get his master's to become a pastor. You have to have your master's or doctorate in order to preach in different states. So I moved to Mississippi for about a year. Then I moved to Memphis till I was 14. When I was 14, I moved to North Carolina, and I lived there till I was 17. I lived in 3 different houses. I moved a lot. When I was 17, I moved back to Memphis until now. When I'm 26, I'm about to move to Atlanta. So super dope, super dope. A lot of moving in my childhood. I would say it was a little bit difficult growing up Christian, growing up very conservative. My parents are very chill now. They're very relaxed. They're very positive, very open-minded. But at the time growing up, it wasn't particularly their fault. They were in certain churches that were very conservative, women should be seen and not heard type of crazy mentality. And I did not like that as an Aquarius. I went through a very, very rebellious streak. And they say as Scorpio risings, you act more like a Scorpio when you're a teenager. This is true, right? Because I wore black. I had an emo stage. I had those long bracelets. I teased my hair. I had pink hair, purple hair, dyed hair. It was crazy. It was wild. But my childhood, it was pretty good, dude. It was a lot of moving. I did have to deal with a lot of certain things. I'm sure we all do on trauma, right? But I like that my parents moved me a lot, because this gave me this belief as I became an adult that I don't have to stay anywhere. I never have to stay in a city. I never have to stay in a state if I don't like it. I always have the confidence within me, because I saw through my parents, they pick up and move, and it was easy, challenging, but easy. You always have everything you need at a different state. Grocery stores, gas stations, schools, pools, parks, whatever you have. And it's very easy to make new friends when you move. So I really appreciate learning that as a child. My dad was very, because I'm an Aquarius sun, that represents my father in my chart, he was very good at focusing on humanity and solving problems. I did a lot of volunteer work growing up, and I appreciate that from my dad. My mom was a Scorpio, and she was a Capricorn moon, so that represents me. I was a Virgo moon. My mom, she was very about being clean. She was also very passionate and very just focused on people that were in poverty and changing the world. So I'm glad I got that passion from her as well. But yeah, I got into tarot. I already really answered this question. I got into tarot the same time I got into spirituality. It was about a year ago. I had a gift for it. I read 7 people's cards in a row positively at my sister's birthday party. So that's when I discovered I had a gift for tarot, and I started reading my friends' cards for free, and then I started charging for it. And I love tarot readings because it can show you the traits in yourself that you don't already know, and it's very positive. So yeah, thank you guys so much. This video is gonna go on forever. I don't want to make it super long, but thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want me to do a part 2, comment below. Comment a lucky charm symbol for Lucky Tuesday if you made it this far. I love you guys so much. Be on the lookout for my spiritual school soon. I'll see you later. Goodbye.